Hey everyone, as a quick little heads up, I'm giving away this Artillery Stormtrooper when the channel hits 1,000 subscribers. We're very nearly there, and by the time this video comes out, we might even be past. Last I knew it was like 996. So when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to post a video thanking all 1,000 of you and giving instructions on how to win this Artillery Stormtrooper. Basically, it's just going to be comment on that video, and I'll do a random comment picker then. So I'll decide how long I'm going to let it run at that point. And that's all I got to say about this. So let's get into the review. I hope you like what you watch. Hey everyone, Hybrid Toy Reviews here, taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series Princess Leia from the Marvel Comics run. This is a comic that I'm not super familiar with, but the figure in this particular outfit really caught my eye. I think it's going to be a decent Princess Leia for the collection. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. Take a look at what we're actually getting here. You guys know how it goes. We always start by taking a look at the packaging here. So, on the front of the box, you get a really cool, what I assume is a comic cover art. Probably not a panel in this particular orientation. I would guess it's a cover. You get the Princess Leia Runs title there. You get a nice picture of Leia in the featured outfit. Nice Stormtrooper laying on the ground, freshly blasted. You got Princess Leia Organa, warning, 4+ Hasbro. Side of the box features another picture of Leia from the comic run. You got a Black Series logo and her name. Around back, you get artwork of her with her friends and a bunch of legalese with a barcode and more legal stuff underneath. Sides of the box always feature some wraparound artwork from the different panels. Got some artwork up there. Got some artwork down here. Everything looking cool. And these comic boxes feature an openable door with a nice large picture of Leia there. A Black Series logo, window showing her and her accessories off nicely, her name, Hasbro logo, and a bio in varying languages. You can pause and read whichever one applies best to you. One thing that turns me off a little, and it's not necessarily the figure, it's more like the comic art, is like, you know, it's a very stylized, almost cartoony looking art. I just don't see like a big Carrie Fisher likeness to it, you know? I mean, it's like, you know, I mean, not that Carrie Fisher isn't, but, you know, they just tried to draw some generic hot chick on the front. It doesn't really, I just don't really get a big Carrie Fisher likeness off of it. You know, it's just someone. So, you know, I'm not super into the art style, but the outfit from the art style, initial impressions are extremely high. Let's go ahead and open it up, see what we're getting here. All right, here's Leia out of the box, and as always, we'll start by taking a look at her accessories. There's a lot of reuse going on here, just to open it up at 100%. You get a Stormtrooper blaster, because she does have a tendency to pick these up in battle. This is just reuse from the new Stormtrooper body. It features a little flashlight clipped on the side, and then the longer, like, banana clip instead of the stub that most of the original Stormtrooper blasters featured. So, really cool variant of the blaster. Works well for her. She also comes with her kind of standard Leia Rebel pistol. Comes with a few different Leia figures at this point. It would come with her A New Hope dress version. I believe it comes with her Endor, you know, like the poncho Rebel gear figure. So we've seen this blaster a couple of times at this point. It looks very nice in a black plastic with a little bit of silver on the barrel. She does feature a working holster, which only, of course, holsters this pistol. The Stormtrooper blaster does not fit. The tip of the barrel sticks through the bottom rather far like that, but it is very good functional storage for that blaster pistol. Now, to look at the figure herself. There's a lot of reuse here, as I said, but I can't quite place everything. There could be some new. So, her cape scarf thing is reuse from the Padme Amidala Attack of the Clones figure. It looks really nice in this kind of like a tan sand color. Very nice texture to it. A lot of just fabric-y waving going on. And it is a very soft rubber, but it is also sort of heavy. But I haven't really had any issues with her balancing, even though she has smaller feet. The entire body is reuse from the Hoth Leia, which this figure here, the Bespin Escape Leia, is also reuse of. So, you know, I mean, like, you actually look at the torso, you see, you know, it's the same torso. It's the same pants down to the knees. Now, the Bespin Escape Leia does not have gloves and does not have boots. The Hoth Leia has white gloves that don't go up her arms, and she has boots, but they are a different sculpt from these boots. These are like a very standard leather boot. So I can't place those. I don't know if they retool or if they made new forearms and new calves so that you could get the boots. But honestly, I really like the look. You know, it's just a white Rebel jumpsuit type thing. Has some fabric lines. You know, this suit didn't look particularly padded in the movie. And then when she was on Hoth, you know, she wore the puffy vest over it to make it look warmer. So, like, honestly, a lot of reuse. But now maybe straight up, before we got that Endor poncho Leia, this or Hoth, because they were so close, were my favorite Leias. So this Leia here being, you know, 95% that figure or so is, like, actually not a bad thing. I really like it that way. So, to take a look at our head sculpt here, let me actually just stand her up and raise the camera. It is a really good looking head sculpt. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's a very good Carrie Fisher likeness, and Hasbro has gotten very good at her in recent years. I still think a lot of their Luke Skywalkers are very close, but maybe just missed the mark. Han Solo, they've gotten very, very near perfection on. But Carrie Fisher, yeah, I mean, they've nailed her. You know, they know what Carrie Fisher looks like at this point. So the photoreal works exceptionally well for her, and I'm very happy about that. It does have a very little bit of shine to the face, but it's a photo print modern figure, so what one doesn't. Has a very nice hair sculpt. It's just brown. There's not really any wash, but it kind of features above the forehead braid, and then kind of like a messy bun with braids in the back. I really wouldn't want to... Nope, man, I threw her on the ground. I really wouldn't want to be the hair designer for Star Wars. I'm very much just a ponytail or a buzz cut kind of guy when it comes to hairstyles. I don't know much, but you know, they really do a good job with these unique hairstyles. Looking down the figure, as I mentioned, she features that tan cape with that white bodysuit. The belt I also can't place. That doesn't mean that it's not from something, but I'm not exactly sure what it's from. So I don't think it's not from the Endor one, because the holster was like on the belt itself. It's not from A New Hope, so I'm not quite sure. You know, this is probably a new belt. I mean, really, they probably just did forearms, boots, and belt, and then had the reuse for everything. And the face sculpt honestly really does strike me as similar to the Hoth one. I believe they probably could have just used that mold and then sculpted new hair onto it. So I'm really, overall, very happy with how this turned out. To run through some articulation, there actually is some pretty good articulation going on here. The Hoth Leia is one of the better articulated ones. She features a single ball for the head, which is a little bit frustrating. The neck is stuck at the bottom of the neck, and then there's no hinge, there's just a ball. So the head is a little hindered. That's as far up as she can look. She can bury her chin, she can rotate, and there actually is pretty good pivot on it. Her arms can come out to a T-pose. It does make that cape scarf pop up a little bit. She could 360 at the shoulder if the cape wasn't in the way. Maybe you turn it to the side like so and you can get it. There's no butterfly joint. This was a body that was made just before that became standard. Single jointed elbows can go past 90 and rotate. No glove cuff rotation, but 360 at the wrist, with the left hinging in and out, and the right hinging up and down. She features typically is mid-torso. This is more towards the waist ball joint, which allows her to crunch that far forward, which isn't much. She can go pretty far back, though. She can rotate and pivot. Her legs can kick out that far. The holster on the belt does ride up. The legs can kick pretty far forward, tiny bit back. Upper thigh rotation. Double jointed knees can go basically all the way up. She has a boot cut, which I don't think Hoth Leia has, which makes me think that they've actually made, you know, the new below the knee joint piece. The feet can point straight down, tiny bit forward, and there's a forward-facing pin for rocker, allowing for some decently wide stances with both feet flat on the ground. To do a size comparison, spoiler alert as always, but she is not the tallest character. Here is our Jedha Patrol Stormtrooper, just to show you an average 6-inch height figure, because he's relevant and also a rebel, although I don't think they ever met. Here is Cassian Andor, And then because he's still nearby, how about childhood friend Obi-Wan Kenobi, who's not quite 6 foot. He's a hair under. As you see, she blends in rather well. I do like how this works, truthfully. So, end of the day, what do I think of this Princess Leia comic figure? I love it. I am struggling a little bit because, like, this is an amazing Leia. My favorite for a while, basically since it came out, has been that Endor Princess Leia, because I liked taking the poncho off and having her in that kind of rebel gear. And it's been my favorite for a while, and it may be usurped here. This might be my new favorite Princess Leia. The outfit, I could just picture her wearing it between the adventures of the movies. It is such a action Leia outfit. I'm thinking about getting back into fig photography a little bit, and this is definitely a figure that I'm going to be taking out. Definitely got to go and get some shots with this one. The articulation is really nice. I really, really love the likeness, and just the outfit choice in general. As I mentioned, I didn't necessarily care for the art style of the comic panels that were on the box, but whoever designed the outfit for the comic run did some really good stuff. I really like how this looks, and I'm just super happy with it. Do I recommend this comic book Leia? Absolutely I do. Now, it's not a movie figure. I understand if it doesn't have a place on your shelves. I'm not saying that it is a must-get, but it is as close to a must-get as something that's not a must-get could be. I think that anyone that picks this up is going to be very happy with it, comic reader or not. It's just a fun outfit for Leia, and I'm personally very happy with it. So, highly recommend it. I think you're going to be happy with it. And that's all I can say without repeating myself another 3 or 4 times. So, I'm going to go. I have some other videos to work on. Thanks for watching. It means a lot that you did. If you enjoy, you should leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that end of video stuff. You guys know the drill. I'm going to get to work on some other stuff. So, until next time, may the Force be with each and every one of you. Bye.